Father owns the cattle upon 1,000 hills. He owns a gold and silver ore, and I want to do His will. You may think you own a lot and you're living here so fine. It all belongs to my Father. He can take it any time. Every hour, every minute, every second of the day. Lord, I'm trusting in God's promises. Let come and go. I may be a beggar, I may not own one thing, but my Father, He's rich in glory. He is King of Kings.
Amen.
He healed the deaf and crippled. He gave sight to the blind. He even cured the leprosy, turned the water into wine. He healed the little woman with the issue of His blood. Took care of Noah and his family.
Amen.
From them sailing through the flood. They took old Paul and Silas and they locked them up in jail. And the jailer there to guard them, don't want to go their bell. But about the hour midnight they began to pray and sing. And that old jail door, it swung open by the power of the King. God called old Moses to go down to Egypt land. My people are in bondage there. They're under Pharaoh's mighty hand. He said, my speech, it is affected, Lord. What shall I do? God said, don't you worry, Moses. I'll turn down with you. So Moses and Aaron went down to Egypt land. Pharaoh's heart was hard done. He took a mighty stand. He said, I will not let them go. I will not set them free. I need all these people here to work and slave for me. God sent many plagues upon them and throughout Egypt land. Brother Frank, then God, He took His only Son, and this He took from stand. He delivered all the children there. Oh, yes, He said. If we only trust in Him, He deliver you.
Amen.
So you can have your silver, your money, and your gold. But you better have Jesus in your life when He calls for you to go. If you fail to measure up just right, oh, how sad it's going to be. You'll be casted in a lake of fire that burns eternally.
Amen.
I thought of that song and Brother gave me the words to it. And I sang that song and it kind of became a trademark song for me. The song sometimes that we sing has not been there yet. By and I faith, we've been able to feel and know He's ours and we're His.
Amen.
We've certainly got a lot to be thankful for this morning, more than we do to complain about. If you got up this morning, God bless you to get up. That's a blessing. If you woke up another morning and you've got children out, don't know where they're at, if you didn't get a knock on the door from the police saying your child's not coming back home, we'll bless this morning.
you are.
Many of folks got that night last night. Many of folks got bad news. Many woke up to their loved one next to them in the bed. Found them still dead. You see, we don't know, Brother Junior, when we're going to leave here in this land. But we know one thing, is that we're going to die. We're going to die, and listen today, friend, the way that you die. Now, the Bible's just very plain about this. There's a lot of ways and a lot of preaching and different doctrines that's going around about what will happen to you. But while that you have time and while that you have opportunity here in this life, today is the day that you need to make heaven your choice. It's the day that you need to choose that you'll serve Him with your whole heart, soul, mind, and strength. Brother Darren, they're telling people he's coming back. When he comes back, he's going to take some home, and the rest is going to stay here for a while. Friend, listen today. I don't find that to be in the record of God. I find things similar to that, but them things has already happened today. The Spirit, they've already been fulfilled. Brother, listen today. Jesus, when He left here, He told them plainly, He said, I'm going away now. Listen, if I go not away, the Comforter, it won't come.
That's right.
But listen, He said, I'm going. Now listen to me today. Friend, if you're going to church, and Brother Darren, oh, God bless me. I feel good. I feel good to be here. Today, I hope that He'll loosen me. But I don't know why this is on my mind, but listen to me very close. Somebody said, well, why do you preach on that, preacher? Because there's doctrines today in the land. Now listen, when Paul began to write to Timothy, he said, listen, for the time will come. Listen, that there'll come preachers, teachers, having itching ears, preaching fables, telling stories and things. Why? Because telling those that are convenient for them and the people that they're in front of, but it's not for God. Listen today. He said, listen, for that time will come that they'll heed. Listen, they won't heed the sound doctrine today. Brother, listen, that time is right here.
Amen.
It's right here today. He said, listen, for that time will come. What is them doctrines today? Listen, one of them that we hear a lot is how that you'll have time, listen, after He comes back. Listen, still yet to be saved. They'll call it tribulation times. Brother, listen. Today, we're having tribulations right now. Today, give me my tribulation share.
Amen.
Because, listen, when I die and leave here, I'll live forever in home. Listen, with Him. Today, I don't want you to believe something, young people, that you may end up dying on and going to hell. You have opportunity while that you live here. Listen today. Somebody said, can you prove to me that Jesus is not coming back and going to set up a kingdom here? I'm going to tell you what, the kingdom's here today. Listen, and we're part of it. Listen, He said, my kingdom is not of this world, or my children would fight. Listen, if it was of this world, listen today, and we controlled it, it'd be a mess, brother, today. But I'm glad today that it's within the hearts of His children is where that kingdom is. Listen, it's a way today that's so plain that a fool can err therein. Listen today, bud. When Jesus was getting ready to go away, He gathered them around and He said, I'm getting ready to go away now. Listen, if I go not away, the Comforter will not come today. What was that Comforter? It was a Spirit. Listen, the Holy Spirit, the one that guides us and leads us, the one that we felt here today. Listen, but I'm glad that He didn't stop there. He said, if I go away, I'll come again. Listen, that where I am, there you may be also. Listen, today He didn't say that when I come again, I'm going to prepare a place for this one and that one. He said, of only one place that He had prepared. Is that all right? He said, listen, my Father and my Father's house, there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you.
Amen.
You see, friend, oh, today, listen, everything that He ever wanted us to know, He told us all. Listen, He said, for in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. And He said, ye are my friend. Listen, you're not my servant. He said, for servant servant knows and not what his master do, or will say, but all these things I command and tell y'all that was given to me from whom? Listen, from my Father in heaven. I'm glad that today, brother, listen. What's that mean, Jason? Then for me and for you, that if you have Jesus on this side of the grave, when that eastern sky breaks open, oh, friend, you'll be happy when you see him coming today. But if you don't have him, you won't be happy.
No.
Listen, today, and I want to say like then then they'll say that he's going to wipe the earth clean. Listen, and set up his kingdom here, and we're going to reign for 1,000 years. I'm going to tell you something, friend. I believe with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength. Oh, when we leave this old earth, boys, we won't be looking back. Here's the godless son that when Jesus was here, they spit upon him, they mocked him, they put a crown of thorn on him. Listen, that we might wear a crown of righteousness, a crown of glory today. Is that all right? I believe that. So then, Jason, why are you telling us this? Because, friend, I want you to realize today there's only one way. There's only one way. It's not mine. It's not yours. Oh, listen, that way is Jesus Christ. And if you get in that way, boys, you go to heaven when this life's over with. Listen, today not only will you go to heaven when this life's over with, but when sad news comes your way while you're living here, when times seem hard, listen, when you look to your left and you look to your right, you don't see no way around. Oh, that's when Jesus Christ will take you by the hand. We'll say, child, I'm right here. I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I'll go all the way with him. What kind of way? When your heart is broken, when tears fall, I'll be there to catch them. And listen, has he ever made your dark days sunny? Has he ever moved the storm cloud right out of your sky? He'll do that. Who are you talking about, Jason? I'm talking about Jesus. He is the one that can do all this. Listen, how do you know this? And can you prove it? Sister Misty, I told you the other night when we were talking, listen, I told her, we was over at the G. Bennett Adams Church a long time ago, and I told her, you look so dark to me. Listen, you look so dark to me. She said, well, listen, today, she kind of blamed it on nature. And I said, no, that's not what I meant. You look so dark to me. She was, listen, lost, running undone. My friend, today, if you don't have Jesus, you're lost, you're dark. Your world's dark. There is no light in your life. Listen, we were talking about when she was baptized down here. Listen, I believe there's a change in a man or woman. Friend, listen today. Now I had a man the other day say, I may just make mistakes. Listen, and I may get out on line a little bit. But listen, friend, listen, I'm not too above saying that. Jason, don't sin. Friend, we all sin. Listen, somebody said, well, yes, the world sins. When he said, we've all sinned and come short of the glory and honor of God. He wasn't talking to the world. The world don't have the glory and the honor. Oh, but the children of God, they have that glory. They have that honor today. And brother and son, when they do, it's not my job or it's not yours to go and crash them down. It's time we pick one another up. Listen, today he said, in that day there shall be a great falling away. I don't want my church, I don't want your church to be part of that great falling away. Who's going to be a part of that great falling away? Listen, all those that fail to recognize the love and mercy of Jesus Christ. He is the one. Every time doors has been shut, every time the mountain's too high, that's when He's always been there.
Amen.
When you look to your left and you look to your right and you don't have no friends around, when your family has closed the door, listen, have you ever thought, I have no one? Have you ever thought that? How many here has ever thought you don't have a friend? We all can raise our hand, Sister Bevan, but listen, one thing I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, I've never found a time, Brother Darren, that Jesus wasn't there. Oh, brother, listen, He'll lift you up. He'll let you feel, listen, love like you've never known. Oh, listen, I'm going to get out of your way. I'm just getting wound up. But I promise you, I'm not going to stay long. Listen, today, what I want to show you now is doctrine. Oh, Jason, can you prove to me that when I go in this life that it's over with? Friend, listen, today, listen, you read where people was raised from the dead. You read where, listen, people actually got up when Jesus was here, but He was here and He raised them. Listen, today, just the same one that raised them is going to raise us. He's going to raise us. Listen, but He's not going to come back again and lay hands on you and raise you on, Brother Scott. Oh, listen, He's going to tell Gabriel, blow that trumpet, Gabriel, and all the dead is going to get up. I believe those that are in the west, those that are in the east, those that are in the north and the south, the same, they'll hear that trumpet.
Yes, they will.
They'll hear it. Somebody says, that's foolishness. Well, if it is, call me a fool.
Amen.
I'll tell you what. Friend, listen, I know this man's alive. How do you know he's alive? How do you know he's alive? Nature-wise would tell you to stop. Nature-wise would tell you to quit. Nature-wise would tell you to give up. Oh, but Jesus, He says to keep on going.
Amen.
And I'll be there for you. Now listen, let us share this. This is what I want to get to. I love you today. Oh, friend, I feel good here. I wish I could feel this good every time I get up. I feel like preaching. Listen, what do you have to preach about? I just have the same thing to preach about when I started preaching at a very early age. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. The only way from this earth to the glory land is Jesus.
That's right.
This sister here, when I came in, she said, are you? Started to say my name. And I told her, Jason Lowry. She said, yes. She said, I listen to you all the time on YouTube. Listen, we were talking, coming over. There was a young man had messaged, listen, a long time ago. I want you to listen very close to this. Brother, when I started putting videos on YouTube, probably put about the First Go Baptist video on there. Listen, I was scared to death, Brother Darren. I thought for sure they'll call me and say, get it down. Listen, but no one has ever asked me to do that yet. Listen, why? Because I believe, listen, that people has enough sense, really, to know that they enjoy. Listen to that. Now, when I was growing up, sisters would have to carry purses bigger than that crate right there. And they put that tape recorder down in and hound it. Listen, just a tape churn. Because if they knew you had one, they'd tell you to get it out. To get it out. Listen. Oh, but listen. Somebody said, why would they do that? They tell you can't record the Spirit. Listen, brother, and I agree with that 100%. You can't record the Spirit. But I'm going to tell you what, Jesus answered that question a long time ago. He met a man one time at night, and that man looked at him and said, good master, how can I go to heaven? And he said, you must be born again. Listen, he didn't understand what that meant, but here's the tape recording part for you. He said, Nicodemus, the wind blowing where it listed. You don't see where it comes from. You don't see where it goes. Oh, but you can the effects of it. That's what I'm talking about, my son. The man on the tape may be dead, but it's not his anyhow. It's God's. Don't tell me here today, friend, you haven't been listening to a recording of someone dead and gone, and it began to move your soul. Friend, listen today, and I'm going to back it up. I'm going to back it up. What else are you going to back it up with? Listen, I had a man write me one time on YouTube. He said, I'd love to go and hear that man. Where's his church at? Where's his church at? I'd love to go and hear him. Sadly, I wrote back to him. I said, yes, he was a great preacher, but sadly, he's already outstripped us and gone. You know what the man said? Well, that's funny. I feel like God. I was led to God for listening to that. Oh, how could it be that way? Blessed are the dead that die in the Lord. Henceforth, yea, say the Spirit. They do rest from the fruits of their labor, and their works do follow after them. There's your works. There's your works. Is it all right, Brother Darren?
Yes.
Friend, oh, listen today. This young man, he wrote me. He said, Jason, I've been listening to you for about 3 years on YouTube. If I came from Alabama up to Kentucky, would you baptize me? Would you baptize me? Some would say, well, it'd be nice to see them. It'd be nice to see their fruits. It'd be nice to see how they're doing. Let me tell you something, brother. Oh, there's gonna be a many in heaven that you never saw one thing about them. You never even knew them. Boys, listen, all Baptists don't have them all. But when we get to heaven, there will be people there from all over the earth.
Amen.
Do you believe that?
Amen. Yes, there will be.
And the very one that you think won't be there, he'll be there.
Amen.
And listen, if you're the one that's judging so hard and strong, you might not be there.
That's right.
Listen today, friend. Don't sell yourself short to think that you're going to fool God. He said like this. He said, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. There's your recorder.
Amen.
There's your recorder. I'm going to tell you something today. I could go through motions all day long, but there's no feeling in it, Brother Junior. It's not worth a nickel. Listen today, friend, but here's the thing about it. Get you something that you can feel today. Get you something that you know is moving in your life. If you donate, listen, and a man tells you, if you donate this much money, you're okay. Friend, you run as far away from that man as you can. Listen, if you have a man tell you that, repeat after him, and you'll be all right. You run away from that man as far as you can. But listen, you're going to meet a man, I guarantee you, one time at least in life, you're going to meet a man that's going to come to you. He's going to tell you everything that you've ever done. He's going to stop you in your tracks. He's going to take your sleep from you in the night. He's going to cause you to cry. He's going to cause you to weep. Who is this man? The Son. Oh, it's Jesus Christ. Boys, when he walked in my room one night, I knew it was him. Just a young man in his life, just 9 years old, and he stopped me right in my tracks. Some won't have that. I know they don't like that. Somebody said, did you turn to him then? No, I didn't. But it was at the age of 13 that I turned him and gave him my life. But I believe that from the time that I was 9 to 13, had I not turned to him, I'd have been in the blazing hells and the pits thereof. Listen today, but I knew that I needed Jesus. Why do you say that? Because something was missing in my life. Somebody said, well, that's awful young. I want to tell you something, friend. Not all young people are the same. There's some, I believe, come to an age of maturity a lot quicker than others. Listen today, there's some, listen today, that a long time down the road, they'll go, but I want to say one thing to you. If one comes to you, and I don't care how young they are, and they say they're concerned, boys, don't stop and turn them away. Children just don't do that today. They just don't do that.
Amen.
Now, somebody said, well, I took my children to be saved. Well, you might have took them to be saved, but I don't know what they got saved from. But if an individual goes in faith believing that God will save them, they'll be saved. And Sister Misty, you won't have to push nothing. You won't have to push nothing. That's what bothers me sometimes when I see people pushed. You don't have to push, Brother Darren. When God saved you, did Papa have to push you? No, no way. When I got saved, no one had to push me. I'll tell you what was so good was my brother and sister. My younger baby brother and my sister next to me. They before I could even say anything to my mother, they had told her, Mom, something's happened to Jason. Something's happened to him. See, they'd already told her, Mom, something's wrong with Jason. Said he's just not acting right. And I didn't act right. You didn't act right.
Amen.
Boys, I'll tell you what. When you're under conviction, as we call it, you're one sad person, aren't you, Brother Darrell? You can tell it. You look dark. But when that wonderful light comes down in your life, boys, they went to Mom. Oh, Mom, something's happened to Jason. He seems a lot happier now. Amen. Oh, boys, you better believe I was. Why was you a lot happier now? Oh. Jesus came in and done that no one else could do. Sister Misty, I'd ride the school bus and cover my little head with my coat. It was winter time, and cry my eyes out and say, oh God, Lord, oh, I knew, brother, listen, I was worried, so worried. I knew today that I was going to hell. Oh, God, don't let another day go. Listen, and on that cold February 7th day, when I went in the house that day, and I got down in my knees in my mother and father's closet, oh, boys, I buried my head down just as far as I could. Listen, today, somebody said, do you have to be on your knees? No, but it's a good place to be. And listen, I buried it right down, Brother Darren, in the ground, in that carpet right there, and I knew in my mind, oh God, I don't want to come up again without you in my life. And when I surrendered all, boys, it came in, been a different person. What are you talking about, Jason? Inwardly changed, outwardly kept by the power of Jesus Christ. Amen. But I'll tell you what, troubles, trials, heartache. They come and they roll. But listen today, and every one of them, Jesus has been there. Amen. Jesus has been there. Friend, I'm not telling you today that if you're going to serve the Lord, that you'll not have another heartache in life. I'm not telling you that. I've had a harder time since I've been in the church than I ever did before that. Of course, I was awful young. But why? Listen, the worst thing to deal with, Paul said, the worst thing he had to contend with was false brother. And I'll leave you on that. But I want to say to you today, friend, Jesus stands inviting to you. I want Brother Darren to come and sing a song and give the invitation. And I want to hear him. He's always he won my favorite world. Yeah.